to sun energy. This is going to be take 2. Remember the vanilla bean video that I did record about a week ago? And my voice was not recorded. I forgot to press record. Well, this is take 2. Today we're going to actually do the video. I'm going to show you the basic way of making a vanilla bean body butter. This is 25 pounds of body butter right here. And this is the unrefined butter. And then this, it's almost done, but this is the refined butter. I rather use the refined one because there is no smell, because I want to smell more of the coconut smell in the vanilla bean. If I use the yellow butter, which is the unrefined one, it's more of a nutty, earthy smell, and I really don't like that for the vanilla bean. So today we're going to be using this one. All right. So to start off, we're going to be using all ingredients equal. A 1/4 cup of coconut oil, butter, and it calls for sweet almond oil, but since I have run out of sweet almond oil, we're going to use jojoba oil today. And it's going to be a 1/4 cup of jojoba oil as well. It's going to be a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla bean fragrance. And I am actually going to, I have vanilla beans here. So I'm actually going to take 1 vanilla bean out of the package. And I will have to take a knife, cut it open, and scrape out all of the inside of the vanilla bean. And that will be going inside the butter as well. All right. Let me get a knife. Situate myself with that. Okay. Then we are going to use 1 tablespoon of beeswax. And I don't have my tablespoon out. Okay. 1 tablespoon of beeswax. All right. So let's get started. First, we're going to, and I'm almost out of this. I love this coconut oil right here. It smells really nice. So let me see if I can get, if I have enough in there. If not, I'll have to mix it with my other coconut oil. I think I have just about enough. Okay. Can we get it? I'll have to order a next bottle. Okay, we're done. Okay, so that was just about enough just to make this butter today. So a little bit under, but we'll be okay. Put it in its bowl. Make sure I get all because I fall a little bit short today. All right. So that is the coconut oil. Now, jojoba oil, the same amount. One-4 cup. And that will go in its own bowl. And then for the shea butter. I'm almost finished with this one too. I'll have to purchase some more. Almost done, as you can see. Okay, and my hands are clean, okay? Because I washed everything in my hands before I got started. All right, so we are going to 1/4 cup of shea butter. All right. 1/4 cup of shea butter. We will put that in its own bowl as well. Okay. Okay, so we have the 3 oils that are ready. Shea, let me see, the shea, jojoba, and coconut. Now, okay, so we're going to be using 1 tablespoon of beeswax. And this is what the beeswax look like. Little beads. All right. 1 tablespoon. Maybe I should. Okay. 1 tablespoon. That will sit out. All right, so we can go ahead and get started. Also, to do this, you're going to need a double broiler. Now, you can make a makeshift double broiler because I don't have one. So, what I do is put water in a pot and you put a bowl, right? Put it on the stove. Sorry, y'all. The camera had cut out. All right, so the double broiler is on the stove. Let me show you. Okay, so it's on the stove. Right now, I put it on like a medium because we're going to have to melt the beeswax. And one thing you want to do, it just needs to steam. It don't need to boil because if you start boiling, the steam is going to come up and then you're going to get steam. It's going to turn into water in your butter. And this is not a water-based butter. This is just oil, all oil. I'm not putting an emulsifier in this butter. If I was putting in an emulsifier, then I could put water products in it. But since it's just all oil, we want to keep the steam out of it. So as that's heating up, let me go on this side and just put the middle part, the middle burner. Okay. As that is heating up, take my beeswax. The beeswax in here. Okay. The beeswax, that has to go in first because that has to melt all the way through. Okay. And that is going to take about a good 5 minutes or less. to melt down because I don't want it on high, like I said, because I don't want the steam coming up through the sides and going inside the bowl. So once that is done, we'll be ready to add the oils to it. Okay, so as you can see, and it's kind of hot, I don't want to burn myself, but whew, as you can see, it's melted. All right, so now we can add the rest of the oils. This is the jojoba. Shea, because it all has to melt down together. Shea and the coconut. Now I have 2 vanilla bean recipes. This is just a basic one. Can't give you all my secrets. Okay. Stove was getting kind of high, so I had to turn it off. We'll put it back on low and we'll let that melt. And when it's melted, then we'll do the next steps. And we'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, everything has melted. Everything is now in an oil form. It's melted. So the next step is, we get the bowl. Without burning ourselves, we're going to remove it from this double boiler. Hold on. All right. Okay. Remove it. Woo! Well, that's that. Well, we're doing voiceover. The microphone has died. Anyway, since we had a blooper, I had to go ahead and not start the video over, but start the oil process over again. Anyway, so what I'm going to show you right now is the double broiler. The beeswax is melting. It hasn't melted all the way yet, but we need it to melt all the way so that there are no pellets in the butter itself. So when that gets melted, we will go ahead and add the jojoba oil, coconut oil, and shea butter. And all of that has to melt down as well. We don't want the steam coming up from the pot because we don't want that going in the butter, as I said before. So it's almost done. We want it to be fully melted. Those pellets have to be oil processed. See the steam coming up? Okay, as you can see, it has melted. It is ready. So now we're going to put the jojoba oil. I ran out of that coconut oil, so I have to use this one, that's fractionated coconut oil, which is that one does also smell amazing. So now we will go ahead and we will add the coconut, the butter. And lastly, the coconut oil. And we have to let all of that melt down into an oil form. It has to be fully melted. So I turned the stove down to low because we don't want it to steam. We really want it to simmer. Like when you simmer in tea, that's how we want it. So as you can see, it has fully melted. Everything is ready. So this time, we're not having any bloopers. I'm taking the entire pot off of the stove. And I'm going to place it on the counter. And it's real hot. So what I'm going to do is pour it inside of the bowl. And after I put that inside the bowl, that goes into the refrigerator for 20 to 25 minutes. And I'm using that particular bowl because I'm going to whip it in that bowl. A lot of people use a glass bowl. Here we go. The mic is not on. This is when I found out. It was not on this whole time. Can y'all believe that? Okay, y'all, so I had to take off the mic, everything, and charge it. Everything went completely dead. So I had to charge everything. So I'm just using the regular phone without the mic. As I was saying, I am not remaking this video. The oil is ready to go inside of this. Since I'm going to whip it in this, I'm going to put it inside because it needs to go in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. About 20 to 25 minutes, it needs to go inside the refrigerator so it could solidify a little bit. So what I'm going to do is pour it. It already cooled down. So, and technically, I could let this cool down on the counter and let it solidify a little bit on top of the counter, but it'll take a little longer. So we're going to use the refrigerator. So, put the oil. And right now, we're going to put it in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. And then when we come back, we'll add the fragrance and we'll add the mica. Mica is used in soaps, body lotions. You could use it in the eye area because they use this for makeup as well. So this is safe to use in the butters. So it'll be half a teaspoon of this when it comes out the refrigerator. Okay. All right, guys. Stay tuned and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, it's solidified. And see, that's what it should be looking like. So now we can go ahead and whip it up. Let me see. But before I whip it, we're going to go ahead and add the vanilla bean, right? So what we're going to do is take the knife and we're going to cut a line all the way down the bean, and we're going to scrape out the vanilla from the inside itself, the bean from the inside itself. It almost looks like little black pepper. So you have to be careful with this. The bean is so small. Okay. As you can see, that's what it looks like. It smells amazing. So, to open it up, oops. And scrape out the bean from the middle. Okay, I've scraped it out. So as you can see, this is what you get, right? Okay, this goes in there. It has more in there, but I'm not spending time scraping all that out. So you take it, put that in there. Half a teaspoon of the fragrance. And I am out of that as well. And I just got just quite enough. Exactly half a teaspoon. Okay? And you put that in there. Mica. Mica. You want just a tiny bit. Right. That's all I'm putting in there. Tiny bit. Right, just for color. Let me bring you closer so you can see what's going on. Okay. So now we're going to mix it. And you let it mix until it's turning. It gets thicker, it starts getting thicker and thicker. Okay. It's whipping up very nice. And what we're gonna do right here is make sure all the sides are scraped back off in the middle so that it can mix evenly. As you can see how it's whipping nice? And you don't want to whip it too much and make it watery. All right. Okay, guys. This is what, see the butter? You can even hear it. I'm going to mix it for a little bit more. A little bit more. Get it from the sides of the bowl. Okay. As you can see, it is whipped and ready. And you can see, I don't know if you can see the vanilla bean. It looks like a little black pepper in there, if you can actually see it. All right, so this is a little 3-ounce jar that I use, and I give away samples with this. And these are my labels. Vanilla bean. Label. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so these are the little samples. Okay, everyone, now that I've shown you how to make vanilla bean butter, I will put the list the ingredients in the description to the bottom, just in case you want to make a basic vanilla bean butter. It smells amazing. All right. So I know you saw earlier the little blooper that I had. I was going to delete it out the video, but I decided, no, I'm gonna leave it in the video, so you know, not everybody's not perfect. I will show you the bloopers and the blunders. Is that what you call it? Bloopers and blunders? Okay, everyone, I have now shown you how to make a basic vanilla bean butter. I would list the ingredients in the description box for you in case you want to make a vanilla bean. Thank you for tuning in to Sun Energy with Shelly.